So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the Clemson Experimental Forest. As you can see all around us, beautiful woods, nature. I can breathe better, I can smell better. Perfect for the sniffles that I got going on right now. They will be knocked out tomorrow. Come on, follow me. What's going on, you guys? We are on our way to REI to check out some backpacking supplies. As I had mentioned, we're going backpacking for our last and final bittersweet spring break, but it is going to be a blast. You watch. We'll document it all. You'll get to see the whole journey inside and out.
I am playing hooky from work today, apparently. Well, I'm not really playing hooky from work. I was really sick yesterday, and I woke up today with a low fever, so I didn't go into work. I mean, I'm probably still contagious. I don't even know what it is. But
it's National Margarita Day.
Yeah, we're going to Greenville to go to REI, and we're also going to get some Mexican food with Tyler and Ashley, so... Guys, we got some packages. Oh my gosh.
Okay. First things first. Ready for an adventure.
Well, we ordered some stuff from Amazon, and it all came in separate packages. How many packages did we get?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9, that little one.
9.
Yeah. 9 packages, all in one day. I got my mid-layer dry food bag, backpack cover for rain. We got our camp stove. Let's see what it does. These are Trevor's man leggings.
Welcome to our backpacking video gear guide. What's going to go into our backpacks?
Yep.
So I'll let Paige give you a tour. So today is St. Patrick's Day, hence the shirt. It is Sunday. We are leaving tomorrow to go hiking, backpacking for 3 days?
Yep.
Maybe 4? Till Thursday.
3 days. We're doing the Foothills Trail from Oconee State Park to Table Rock.
We're going to start in Table Rock.
Yep.
Probably won't do the whole thing. See
Yeah.
how far we make it. But
Probably won't do. We definitely won't do the whole thing. This is our first trip. Did you mention
first
that
trip.
yet?
So we're not going to go a little crazy. We're not going to shoot for 20 miles a day.
We don't want to hurt ourselves.
I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure it's doable, but it's first trip. We don't want to go crazy. So here is our first video about the trip. Well, first official. This is going to be our gear guide. And Paige is going to show you guys what we will be taking.
Alright guys, so my pile is pretty hefty because all of the things that we're sharing I am carrying for some unknown reason. I'm just kidding, not all of it, but some of it. All right, so first we have food, and we have packed a lot of oatmeal with like freeze-dried fruit. We have some grits. We got a few of these backpacking meals. Trevor says they're delicious, and I've never had any, so we mostly got them just to try. But we've got that. Got some ramen noodles. We try to just keep very simple foods. We have a lot of like snack foods, trail mix. Obviously, I mean, you can't go anywhere without peanut butter cups. So we have some of those. And we're also going to pack some cheese sticks, which I did not know they don't have to be refrigerated. But I learned that, so we're going to try that. Next, we have some clothing items. So I have an outfit to sleep in, an outfit to hike in, and I have a pair of hiking pants, but they're currently being altered. So those are the ones I'm going to wear tomorrow. I have some cold weather gear because so the days are going to be pretty nice. They're going to be in like the 50s and 60s, but at night it's going to be in like the 20s and 30s. So trying to be prepared for that. Got some gloves and a hat. We've got paracord for hanging our food at night. We've got some of these little charging things to charge our phones up if we need them. Headlamp, phone charger. We've got the little spork for eating. We've got compasses, headphones. Some of these are luxury items. I feel like headphones might be a luxury item.
We know there are a lot of luxury items. We know there's a lot of stuff that we're going to cut back on, but this is our first time. And even though we've watched the videos, we've heard, don't take this, you don't need this, all that stuff. Some things we're just going to have to learn the hard way.
All right, and then we've got some toiletry type items. Oh, I've got my knife there. We've got toiletry type items, toothbrush, toothpaste. I've got some Advil in there. We've got some first aid type stuff, Band-Aids. We've got some antibiotic cream. We've got some repair tape. I brought some Castile soap. We've got some bug spray. I don't think we'll have too much of an issue with bugs, but you know, it'll be nice to have if we need it. And then I've got my poop bag. There you go. Got some hand sanitizer, some toilet paper, and some biodegradable wipes. The only shared item Trevor's carrying.
Oh, nope.
So, poop shovel. There's no bathrooms in the woods. So we have to dig cat holes.
What?
That's right, people. We're going to poop in the woods. All right.
Stinky.
This is one of my luxury items. This is a quick dry towel. I feel like this will just be nice if, like, I don't know, I get wet, or like if I want to like wash myself down at night or something. I don't know. We're going to figure that out. Okay. So then I have some wool socks. I've got, you know, sports bra, tank top, undies. These are going to be my camp shoes. So like when we stop for the night and we set up camp, these will be easier to slip on and off than my hiking shoes. And my hiking shoes are right there. I've got a propane tank, an extra one. We weren't quite sure how much we would need. And so Trevor insisted on only taking one, but I offered to carry a second one just so we would definitely have enough. Okay, I've got my rain jacket here. I've got my mid layer, which is my Patagonia like quarter zip pullover. We've got my sleeping bag. The reason my sleeping bag is so huge right now is because I'm not keeping it in the bag that it came in, because I feel like it's kind of big. And this way I can just shove it down in there and squish all the air out and then cram things in with it.
That's what she said.
Michael. I've got my down jacket. Like I said, we're going to have some cold nights, so I'm definitely going to be wearing that. We've got each our hammock and our straps for that. I've got my bug net, and we've got a sleeping bag liner also. Hopefully that will help keep us warm. I've got a notebook, and then I've got a backpacker's field manual. I feel like that's kind of a no-no to take a book, but I really love to read, and I'm only taking one. So it'll be relevant to the trip. It's kind of controversial, you know, tent camping versus hammock camping.
We decided on hammock camping because we have hammocks.
Yeah, we already have hammocks, so.
It saves a lot of money to not have to buy a tent.
So I forgot to mention, I mean, obviously, water bottle. I have my trekking poles here. Those do fold up and they'll go on the outside of my pack core. Obviously, I'll use them. This black thing here is my food bag, and this is an odor-proof, like, Ziploc type bag, and we're going to use this for our trash so that we don't attract any unwanted visitors. So my pack is the Osprey Aura 50 liter, and so far so good. No complaints.
Good looking pack.
It is.
So now she is going to run through my gear. It's basically the same stuff, but some things are extra since I'm carrying a lot more of our shared stuff.
So we'll start with Trevor's food. He got a few of the backpacker like freeze-dried meals as well. And this is his other food. He didn't unpack it, but it's basically the same gist as mine, like the oatmeal, the grits, potatoes, snacks, trail mix, all that good stuff. So yeah, that, and then he's got, well, his snacks there. I don't think he's gonna put them in his bag. But he's got his wool socks, sleeping socks, sleeping bag liner. He's got his cold weather gear, his gloves, and his hat. We've got the Sawyer Squeeze water filtration system. Trevor's got his puffy jacket here. This is the Eddie Bauer one. Trevor has his Kindle. This is his luxury item.
I will be reading the Ultimate Hang Hammock Camping Illustrated. Not sponsored, but I've heard it's really good.
Okay, Trevor's also got a notebook, so he can, write little whatever. He can write me love notes. Alright, Trevor's clothing pile. So he's got some of the like dry fit shirts to wear. He's got a pair of man leggings to wear under like shorts and stuff to help keep him warm. He's got some fast dry underwear. He's got his mid layer here, which is like a quarter zip, like polyester type material. He's got his athletic shorts there, and then he got a pair of hiking pants today. Okay, and then we've got Trevor's hiking shoes, and I'm really jealous of his laces because mine are like traditional. Okay, Trevor's got his spork, his camp shoes, which are much heavier than mine are. Oh yeah, we have an emergency blanket too. We each got one of these because we don't have an underquilt for our hammocks, and so we're thinking that maybe we can make do with this. We'll let you know how that turns out. If we don't get hypothermia, it'll be a win.
We're preparing for it to be cold.
Yes. All right. Then we've got our, what is this? Toques, right? That's the brand?
Yeah.
Toques 750 milliliter camp
Titanium stove.
Yes. So we got this. This is super light. Right inside, we've got our little camp stove that you just pop right onto the top of the propane, and we'll be able to boil water to cook our food.
Good time to mention we are not sponsored by Eno. We're not sponsored by anybody. We've got like 4 subscribers. So that would be kind of a dumb move. But hey, if Eno or anybody else out there wants to sponsor, hit your boy up. And girl.
All right, so Trevor also has this sleeping bag. We have the same exact sleeping bag. His is just the tall version, since he is, a good bit taller than I am. So we've got our second propane tank here. All right, we've got a second charging thing with his little charger. So we were gonna use this, the emergency power source. I mean, it's kind of heavy, but we figured we'd be able to charge our phones like quite a few times, and it has a light on it, so we thought that would be really handy. This is a very powerful charger. Like, it can jump start our car, but unfortunately, we cannot get it to function properly. So
it's been sitting for a few years, so we think it might be fried.
Yeah, this will be wasted weight if we take this. So we're leaving this at home. And we're just gonna hope that, you know, we can get away with like one charge on our phones. So if I don't text you back, Mom, it's nothing personal.
Either we're dead or our phones are dead.
Okay. So Trevor insisted on taking earplugs, which is fine, but I want to be able to hear like what's going on around me. I want to be able to hear if there's like a bear sniffing at me while I'm sleeping. So I'm not taking any. Trevor also has his odor-proof bag for trash. This is another of Trevor's luxury items. This is the no-rinse shampoo. This is like the stuff that astronauts use. Trevor has a pet peeve with greasy hair. Like, he cannot go multiple days without washing his hair.
If I do not wash my hair, it looks like this.
Ew! So, we got Trevor the no-rinse shampoo, and he's never tried it before. I've actually used it. Not on myself, on my grandma. She uses it occasionally, so we'll see how he likes it. We got Trevor's headlamp and his toothbrush and toothpaste. And then we've got his trekking poles. We've got his Eno system. We've got a rain tarp. We've got, these are really cool. These are the tandem poles.
Basically, we get to sleep under the same trees or between the same trees.
Yep. It's really cool. And then he's got his water bottles. And Trevor's backpack is, which one is yours?
The Osprey Stratos 50, I believe.
Yep, Stratos 50.
Stratos 50. Not sponsored, again, if we're open to it. And now you may be wondering how the beep, thank you, will all that fit in those?
You were like filming over there.
Our first time packing it, well, not our first time packing it all in, but first time packing everything, right? Everything all at once. So we're going to time ourselves this time, and then after the trip, we're going to redo it all and time it and see how much quicker we've gotten.
Wait, don't start yet. I want a picture.
So, stopwatch and begin. I believe it is time for an official weigh-in. So we'll meet you in the bathroom. So we're going to be stepping on a digital scale with the book bags, or backpacks. I don't like calling them book bags. We'll be stepping on a digital scale with the backpacks, and then weighing ourselves with and without, and then of course just subtracting the weight, and that way we'll know how much they weigh. My pack weighed about 32 pounds. Way on the heavy side. You know, that's definitely a beginner's mistake, rookie mistake, but I'll figure out soon enough what I do and do not need. So the next backpacking trip, I think I should go 10 pounds lighter at least. Paige was how much?
29.
29 pounds, so she's on the heavy side too, but you know, something you gotta live and learn.
I'm doing a pack shakedown. So far I've removed the Advil.
She is at 28.9. Our last supper before backpacking, which is not in the film.
Lots of breadsticks, more spaghetti, and salad. Oh, and we can't forget the little mints.
Not an ad. Not sponsored.
But if Olive Garden wants to sponsor us, we're open to it.
Yeah.
It just got so real.
It is getting real. We just arrived to the start of the trail. The trailhead, is that what they call it?
Yep.
The trailhead. We're about to embark on this journey. 3 days,
Oh my
3 nights,
gosh.
4 days, 3 nights.
There are other people going in with their big backpacks, and it's just crazy to see.
Yeah, well, ours is bigger.
We probably packed way too much stuff.
So we'll try to keep you updated. Hopefully the phones don't die because our power thing got shot. So now we're using 2 little small battery chargers, portable chargers.
We're gonna have the phones on airplane mode, and
yeah, and if they die, then yeah, we can't make footage for you guys. So
guys, come look for us.
don't come look for us unless it's been like a week. I don't know. We might decide we love it and stay out there. Paige has got a book, tells us how to live off the land, hunt for animals, fish. We don't need to come back. Paige, what's the matter?
I'm ready to go back, man. I'm tired.
There's our truck.
We made it half a mile. First water stop. Camp set up so far.
Cooking dinner. I will be having fettuccine alfredo. We only packed a few of these, so we're gonna blow through them. The rest is healthier stuff. Paige is having
Curry.
some sort of Kathmandu curry.
You're cute. So while our dinner is rehydrating,
Yes, so
I figured we'd chat about the day.
we were hoping for a better campsite. This isn't bad, but we wanted a more official campsite, and Paige was kind of hurting, so
Yeah, I'm gonna
this
need.
was the first decent something that could work campsite, so we stopped. So yeah, this was the first campsite we passed that could work in what, 3 miles?
Yeah.
So we stopped and made it
We
work.
did.
Since our bodies are kind of sore, we got to do some readjustments to the backpacks because there's definitely something that's
I'm gonna need hip surgery after this.
hopefully not. Something's not quite right, because I know, like, you know, we're a little bit heavy, 30 pounds, but it shouldn't feel as bad as it does, and rub you as well. So should have went to RAI. That's something, one of the lessons we learned. But overall, great, going great. I hope tonight's warm.
We hiked more than we thought we would today because we were just
Looking for a
searching for a
campsite.
campsite. Yeah, for like
Right.
3 miles.
Yep.
How much do you think we did total today? Like 7.5?
No, more than that. I'd say 8.5.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound like crazy, but we went from like,
First day ever.
or that, and we gained 3,000 feet elevation
Yeah. It
almost
was-
instantly. It was pretty straight up. but
Yeah.
Should get easier from here on out because we decided that we're probably not going to turn around, that we're just going to shuttle back from a road
Yeah.
that's kind of up ahead.
We met a really nice guy this morning who is like a volunteer, and he shuttles you from like one stop to another. So
Gave me a business card, Taz. I think it's nicknamed after Tasmanian Devil. Fun stuff. We'll keep you updated.
Yep.
Day 1 complete.
we'll let you know if we freeze to death tonight. If there's no more to this vlog, we'll dead.
Be all right. Used to us. Holy crap, that was the worst, coldest night. Hello.
It's currently 12:55 a.m.
Yep, 1 o'clock in the morning. We had cold butt syndrome. Even though I've done tons of research on it, I've slept in a hammock 200 times. Thought it wouldn't happen.
Yep.
It happened.
We were cheap and didn't get under quilts.
Yep.
So
We got a bunch of cheap alternatives that do not work. And now we are sharing a hammock. So we put Paige's hammock under mine with her sleeping bag in it to make an underquilt.
Yep.
So now we're sharing a hammock.
And then we have Trevor's sleeping bag on top of us.
Yep.
So far, so good.
We shared a hammock for a night before, but you know, it's not ideal.
It's
but
not going to be a comfortable sleep, but at least we'll be warm.
at least we'll be able to fall asleep. How we were wasn't going to happen. We were looking up potential ways to hike and maybe live and get back to the truck, something warm.
We were trying to get out of here.
So yeah, I think this kind of sucks. I told Paige if it gets too cold, it's going to kill the hiking trip.
Are we leaving tomorrow?
Probably just killed the hiking trip. I mean, it's not a bus. We'll readjust, get some proper stuff, and then come back to it.
Yeah, this is why we did it. So we could...
It's definitely a learning experience.
Yeah. I think Trevor's sold on a tent after this trip.
Yes, I am. Right now, we could be in a tent with some space, and we'd be nice and warm and cozy. And it'd be lighter. It'd save us on some weight. I mean, you can make hammocks lighter, of course, but we're not going to spend the money. So for the money, we could just get a tent and be lighter and
then we could
warmer.
cuddle like this every night.
Yes.
All right. We're going to bed now.
Yep.
Good night. Hey guys.
Take one.
What are you doing?
Sorry. Okay.
It's okay. So, we're obviously not on the trail anymore. You want to talk about what happened?
So, like I explained at 1 o'clock in the morning, I did a lot of research into hammock camping. And I've also done a lot of hammock camping, and I knew that the cold butt syndrome is a thing. I thought we were prepared for it. We did not. We figured we could get away with some things such as sleeping bag liners and puffy jackets to put under us, and you know, all that would equal an underquilt.
Bottom line is we're cheap and we didn't want to spend the money on it, so we didn't have it.
Yep. And I told Paige, I said, you know, I can deal with anything that happens on this trail, but if we get cold, it's gonna ruin the trip. Yeah. Well, it ruined the trip, and now we are in Cherokee, North Carolina.
Yeah.
We brought the camper up, and we are camping at a KOA.
So we decided that we still wanted to camp, but without freezing our butts off. So
yes,
we brought the camper up, and we have some nice toasty heat we can turn on tonight.
Now, don't get me wrong, the backpacking was a blast.
Yeah, we had
the
so
hiking
much fun.
was amazing,
Mhm.
but I couldn't freeze my butt off like that every single night, and we just don't have the money to.
How much should we do total, you think?
I'd probably say a little over 10 miles.
You think?
Yeah, because I think we camped around 8 miles, and then we did 2 leaving, so. Paige's parents graciously came and rescued us, picked us up from Sassafras Mountain, or is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Sassafras Mountain, the highest peak in South Carolina.
Yep.
It's still under construction, but we got to go check it out a little bit. If there's footage of that, I don't know if Paige got it, but if there is, we'll throw it in right now.
Guys, this is the tallest point in South Carolina. Look at that sunrise. Yeah, so to break it down, the footage you guys saw last night at like 1 a.m., we ended up getting in the same hammock together to try to use our body heat to keep us warm. And it worked for about 4 hours, and then we woke up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, so we knew we needed an underquilt, so what we did is lined Paige's hammock with her sleeping bag, put it underneath my hammock, and we both laid in my hammock, so we had an underquilt.
With the sleeping bag over us, and then we had our sleeping bag liners too, so.
But the hammock or the sleeping bag underneath us just didn't quite cover it.
Yeah.
Literally.
So,
and
like I said, we made it till about 5 a.m. and then I decided to go out on a limb and text my mom and ask if she could come get us. Because we were about 7 or 8 miles in from, like, the starting point, but we were only, like, a mile and a half from Sassafras Mountain, which had, like, a parking area that you could drive to. And so I texted my mom and I was like, hey, are you awake? Like, is there any way you can come pick us up today? Because we are freezing and we're not staying another night. And she was so sweet.
Yep.
And her and my dad came and picked us up, and they brought us hot coffee. And
yeah, so that was an
nice
experience though. So we got to night hike for the first time I've ever done it.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I said, I loved it. I'd still be out there.
Yeah.
But we'd be freezing our butts off tonight, and it just, like, Paige thought she was going to lose her toes. I mean, might be being dramatic. I don't know, but it was cold, and
Guys,
we'd be miserable. So there's just no way to continue on.
I'm like laying in my hammock, freezing. My toes had been numb for hours. I couldn't feel them, and so I'm like Googling about hypothermia, and I'm like, am I gonna get it? Are my toes gonna have to be amputated?
Yeah, and keep in mind, the phones were supposed to last us, just a side note, the phones were supposed to last us 4 days, so, 25% battery a day. Paige probably had 25% when we left.
But once we decided that we were leaving, then I got heavy with the usage.
And she forgot her portable charger and didn't realize it until we got back to the truck. Anyhow, just clean that. It's all good now.
Yeah.
But,
I would still do it, like, if I could go back. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. We just didn't have the money to buy the underquilt to continue going today, so that's why we got in the camper and came up here.
Yeah.
And, I look forward to doing it again. We just got to wait till warmer weather or we're more prepared, whichever comes first.
I'm definitely not going to not ever do it again.
Yeah.
I'm just probably not ever going to do it again in, like, 30-degree weather.
Exactly, yeah. When we were hiking at 5 a.m., her water bottle was freezing. Oh, yeah. It wasn't when we left, because it was getting colder as the morning got closer to 8 o'clock.
It got down to, like, 28, I think.
Yeah, it was getting colder and colder past 5, so, like, at 5, her water was still fine, right? But as we were hiking, it started freezing, and it turned into, like, a slushy by the time we were done.
And as we were, like, walking to where my parents were going to pick us up, we would, like, pass streams and stuff where it would, like, be running off of rocks and it would just be icicles.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. It was crazy.
It was cold, and I just thought we were prepared for it, and... Probably won't do the whole thing. See how far we make it.
Probably won't do... We definitely won't do the whole thing. At night, it's going to be in, like, the 20s and 30s. So, trying to be prepared for that. Hopefully that will help keep us warm. If we don't get hypothermia, it'll be a win.
We're preparing for it to be cold.
We'll let you know if we freeze to death tonight. If there's no more to this vlog, we're dead.
We'll be all right. Some things we're just gonna have to learn the hard way.
So we could.
It's definitely a learning experience.
Yeah.
I just thought we were prepared for it, and it got cold, and there's just nothing you can. When you get cold, you can't continue on. I mean, if you have the option, at least, it's miserable. We got 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
In total last night, so I'm pretty tired. Hence the baggage under my eyes.
We took like a 15-minute nap when we got home.
Yeah.
But that was it, and then we like started packing up to come here. So.
Well, that's just keeping you guys updated. Until next time.
picked up some crazy hitchhikers.
I won't leave, but my hands are stuck.